Good evening and welcome to Nellis Hall for another season of Red Raven basketball. I'm Shea Neal, alongside with me Chris Freund. Happy you're with us. I knew I'd do that at some point, Chris.
First time.
You know, it's the season opener for all of us.
It is. Everybody's getting warmed up.
But so happy you're with us, and we have plenty to get into as we get ready for another season of Lady Raven basketball. Chris, this team, of course, it's no secret, went on a magical run to the Region 6 championship game last year, and they look to build on that momentum. They're now, you only get to sneak up on somebody once. Now the entire country knows what Coffeyville ladies basketball, Raven basketball can do, and they're going to have to back it up this year.
There's no doubt about that. There is no sneaking up because everybody knows exactly what CCC brings to the table, and we're talking about really great players who have gelled over the summer. They have gotten together, and the new people, my gosh, they're already taken to what Coach Turner is all about, and this is going to be a great season.
It absolutely is, and with every single year in JUCO, you have so much turnover, new coaches, new players at different positions. Which we're going to see in our second game tonight with the men's team and Jay Herkelman. But something that's really been an advantage for Coach Turner is he gets his three experienced guards back. Tatana Woods-Blackow at the point, Kylie Ortiz, Bailey Lehman. That's a huge head start for this year's team.
No doubt about it. And when these three catch on fire, and they will, we're talking about some dynamic shooting, some great defense. It's going to be exciting when all of them are on the floor at the same time. I can't wait.
Red Raven basketball, the season opener just around the corner. We'll have our keys to the game in just a little bit. But let's step away for 90 seconds. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Turner as we get ready for the season opener, Labette County, Coffeyville on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. We're back in 90.
Owner Stephanie Bean with Medical Lodges is proud to supply that tender care in Coffeyville. Skilled nursing services, rehabilitation, adult daycare, and much more are all offered. Visit medicallodges.com or stop by 2921 West 1st in Coffeyville and learn more. Medical Lodges Coffeyville, where they serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
This is Community State Bank at work. This is Community State Bank at work. This is Community State Bank at work in our community. From kids' activities to school programs to funding home and business loans, every day Community State Bank is at work in our neighborhood. Whether you bank at Community State Bank or not, they're working for you every day. Community State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Mike Avey, and at Community State Bank, we believe in Coffeyville.
You have a choice on where to go and who you want to be. Here at Coffeyville Community College, you can be you. We can make you workforce ready at one of our technical campuses, be a student athlete, join an honors program or an activity, have a voice with student government, and be involved with student life events. Our school believes in our red and white traditions, providing you with a quality education and preparing you for the next journey in life. Once you experience our campus, you know you've made the right choice. Let us help you make our story your story and become Raven proud.
Opportunity for some revenge, if you will, where that team, of course, beat you last year here in Nellis Hall, and it's a very different team with a new coach and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, trying to get a little bit of payback in the win-loss column.
Oh, no question. Anytime somebody gets us, we always want to strike back, and we'll come out blazing, especially with the new season coming up, and we have some new kids, and so yeah, we're looking forward to a little revenge, all that stuff, all those factors coming in. We got to protect our number, it's a lot of factors in here, so we can we'll come out ready to play.
Coach, of course, we talked about Coach Mitch Rolls leaving the program to take the Iowa Western position after 7 years at Labette. They replace him with Kaylina Anderson, who begins her first year. She was most recently the head coach at Fort Scott. What is your familiarity with Coach Anderson, if any, and what are some initial thoughts you have about what she'll bring to Labette?
I've watched them in a few scrimmages. We have a few videos on them from the scrimmages that they played in. They're not very big. They do have one big kid, and the rumor is that she hurt her ankle this past weekend, so she may be out too. But no, I'm sure they'll be real scrappy, and again, when we have a number beside us, they're going to come. They're going to come and give us their best shot, so we'll have to protect that. And plus, people like to beat Coffeyville, so we also know we're going to get everybody's best shot, so we have to come ready to play.
Coach, I'm glad you mentioned the size that they have on this roster, because we really don't, something you mentioned was we really don't know all the players that are going to suit up tonight. We don't know who's going to be available for this Labette team, but you're right in the sense that other than the exception of one freshman, everyone on this team is between the heights of 5'5" and 5'9", so you have to feel like that's a good advantage for you to get off strong into the season with your interior play, and players like Jordan Snyder and players like Ivy Fox and some of your transfers as well. You have to feel good about being able to dominate inside.
It's always our focus, regardless of who we're playing and what we're playing. I mean, we believe in playing the ball, getting the ball inside out is what we want to focus on, and definitely with our size advantage, we'll definitely be pounded inside, and if they help too much, we'll just kick it out to a few shooters and go from there. So the game plan hopefully will work out how we expect.
Coach, your team was very, very good on the offensive glass last season. Of course, Jordan Connor, Cheyenne Banks, two of the key players for that. But this Labette team, of course, with a different coach and with a different personnel last season, was a great rebounding team. They were second in the conference in total rebounds, first in defensive rebounds. What's the key to winning the battle on the glass?
We got to get the 50-50 balls, keep them off the glass, because they're going to, I'm sure they'll spread us out a little bit, and they'll be crashing the boards pretty hard. So we'll have to find the body and try to beat them to the basket, and hopefully get some good transition points. So they'll have to start sending a couple back. So that'll kind of neutralize some of their speed and their undersized rebounder, and hopefully we can make it create where they have to get back.
Coach, I'm curious your thoughts on kind of your defensive game plan here heading into the season opener. Now, I'm sure it's hard to put a full game plan together for a new coach and a bunch of new players on this Labette team, but I know some coaches are focused about defending around the rim and inside the paint. They focus on that. I know some coaches maybe are more so focused on perimeter defense around the three-point line, no open threes, no open jump shots. Where are you positioned? I know I'm sure it's somewhere in the middle, but where are you positioned with your goals for your defense in game one?
We don't want them to get to the paint. That's definitely, we'll clog up the paint. That's kind of our strategy. If you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us from the outside. We're going to clog that paint up regardless of who we play. That's been our philosophy, and me as a coach got to learn how to maybe put in a zone or something, but doesn't make our man look like a zone. And just from scrimmaging people, they're like, man, we weren't ready for a zone. We wasn't playing a zone. We were playing man the whole time, and so that's kind of been our scheme, just protecting that inside. So and then contesting shots, just being there on the catch and keeping our feet moving. So that's kind of what our philosophy is as far as on the defensive side of the ball.
Coach, last thing I have for you, appreciate your time as we get ready for tip-off. And something we talked about last year was, of course, the importance of having depth on your roster. And we talked about at times you never know when a player is going to get hurt or when a player is going to be in foul trouble. It's important to have a full team of players that can come in when called upon. So, obviously, if the opportunity presents itself tonight and you have that situation present itself, could we see you showcasing your depth?
It's the plan. We want to do, I think, myself and my coaching staff are starting to get more comfortable with all 15. All 15 are starting to kind of understand it now, and so yeah, we're hoping to get to that point. I'm always a firm believer: the more kids you can get in the game, the more touches you get. I think it just makes the practices better. It makes the camaraderie better. So I always, any opportunity I can get all 15 in, that's just a blessing, and that I just enjoy. I'm just not a big firm believer of kids just having to sit on the bench, man. I'm not but sometimes it happens, but it's not by design.
Lady Ravens open the season nationally ranked and with a lot of hype around them. They get the season started against the Labette County Cardinals. Coach Tony Turner, good enough to join us. Coach, always appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you.
Celebrate fall with Celebration Savings at Killam Liquor in Coffeyville. Save $7 a bottle on Jim Beam, Apple Whiskey, and Fire Whiskey. Just $23.99 for a 1.75 bottle. Choose your favorite flavor. Rainbow, Onyx, Aurora, and regular on 750s Crystal Head Assorted Vodkas. Only $53.99 to $62.99. Get Fireball 99 flavors trick-or-treat bags. 15 bottles in a cute bag for $13.89 plus tax. And save $1 on Fireball 750s for $14.99. Celebrate fall at Killam Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Community College Lady Ravens and the Labette County Cardinals. I'm Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with me. Fire fashion as we're kind of getting everything taken care of before the teams come out on the floor. Our keys to the game tonight, Chris. First one, best served cold. Labette beat, of course, the Coffeyville Red Ravens on this floor last year. Different teams, a different coach for Labette, but you always want to get revenge.
Oh, no doubt about it. You know, revenge is on the mind, and you always want to get up to a hot start, and what a better way than to start undefeated by going 1-0 tonight.
Absolutely. A couple other keys to the game tonight. Attack the paint. Ravens have the size advantage down low. Obviously, Coach Turner loves to score inside-out game is what they preach. Win on the glass. This Raven team and Labette were both elite rebounding teams a year ago. Could very well be decided by who wins the rebound battle tonight. And finally, Chris, defend your number. After last year where they weren't ranked all season long, this is a top 20 team in America to start the season. Well deserved. But of course, like Coach Turner said, you got to come out, you got to back it up every single night.
No doubt about it. And you know Coach Turner has this team ready. You know this team is ready, and it starts all the way from the smallest all the way up to Jordan Snyder herself, the tallest player on the team, and who will, I'm sure, look to have that great presence inside to start the game.
Absolutely. Very quickly, let's go over Coach Turner's accolades as he enters his 5th season as head coach of the Lady Ravens. 344 career wins in his basketball career. Of course, he spent some time at Independence as the women's coach from 07 to 13 and the men's coach from 14 to 19. Chris, you look at the numbers the last 4 years, and he's just been rock solid. 25 wins, 15 wins, 19 wins, 21 wins, and he's had 19 players move on to Division I, including KU, Missouri, and Oklahoma State. Success breeds through Tony Turner's program.
Yeah, there's not about that, and you know that success is going to continue this season and into the future as well.
No doubt about it. Starting lineups being announced. We'll get those to you here in just a moment. Red Ravens coming out, of course, led by their sophomore backcourt, Tatana Woods Blackow and Kylie Ortiz. We'll also see Natalia Jones in the starting lineup tonight for the Ravens, the sophomore out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Bailey Lehman, of course, the leading scorer from a year ago, which a lot of people, I think, don't realize that, of course, all the great moments from Kylie, all the great play from Tatana, Bailey was the leading scorer for this team a year ago.
Yeah, I was shocked by that stat as well. Not that there's not great shooters besides Kai 3, but who knew? I didn't know that, so interesting stat there.
And Chris, we see in game one a smaller lineup for the Ravens, if you will, going with, of course, 4 guards and a forward, where we see Tatana, Kylie, Natalia Jones, Bailey Lehman, and Ivy Fox will be playing the 5. We thought she might play the 4, but Tony's going with a smaller lineup to kind of, they love to play fast, and that's what he's emphasizing with this lineup here.
Absolutely, and Ivy Fox being 6 foot, I mean, she is going to be a presence, a height on the floor, if you will, and I know they'll be able to start with her in the post, and I'll bet she'll be able to get some really good scoring here to start this game.
No doubt about it. Starting lineup for Labette very quickly. The 5'5 freshman, number 1, Jalea Smith. The 5'7 sophomore, number 2, Natalia Correa Silva. Number 5, Kinley Lakey, who's a 5'9 freshman. We have Chichaya Verser, the 6'2 freshman. And finally, we have number 10, Asis Gartman. That's the starting 5 for the Cardinals. Raven win the tip. Here we go in the 2023-24 season. Ortiz on the left wing, swings it to Lehman. Lehman moving 3, and off the left rim, no good. Rebound cleared out by Jalea Smith. Here come the Cardinals. This team beat the Ravens 57-48 in this building a year ago. Ravens with a little bit of payback on the mind, and that's an early foul against Ortiz and the Ravens. So if you're just now joining us, a little bit of a surprise in the starting lineup for the Ravens tonight. We see Ivy Fox at the 5, and Natalia Jones gets a start for Coffeyville here in game number 1. That floater is good from Natalia Correa Silva. Up ahead to Lehman. Lehman on the right wing, back up top to Jones. Extra pass Ortiz. Ravens down 2-0, just underway. Woods Blackout able to save that possession. Inside, trying to get it to Ivy Fox. Ortiz, corner 3. It is off the rim, no good, and that'll be a push-off foul against Natalia Jones. So a little bit of nerves here in the opening minute, Chris. Of course, a couple fouls and a couple missed shots, but that's kind of what we expect in the season opener. A little bit of rust to kick off here in the opening quarter.
Sure, a little rust, a little nerves, nothing they won't be able to overcome.
Julia Smith with it now, kicks it to the corner. This is Gartman. Gartman the drive, guarded closely by Lehman. And it looks like they called that a travel. Wasn't sure if they called that a travel or an offensive foul. I think you could have called either because she kind of extended that arm a little bit too.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Woods Blackout brings it up. 3rd possession of the year for the Red Ravens, looking for their first points of the year, trying to get it down low to Ivy Fox. And there's a foul against Verser. Now this Labette team a little bit undersized. A lot of players that are within that 5'5" to 5'9" threshold. Verser, their only player above 6 foot, the freshman out of Topeka. She's going to be an important piece.
You're right. You know they don't want to get her in foul trouble early.
Lehman deep 3. It is a little bit short. Fox boxed out nicely by Verser. Ravens have started the year a little bit cold from the offensive end. Only down 2-0, however. Step back shot for Smith is off the rim, no good. Rebound and had it for a moment and lost it. That was Kinley Lakey. Nice effort, but could not clear it up. Tana brings it up, swings it to Natalia Jones, Kylie Ortiz. Now Lehman off a screen. Tana running the offense, of course. Ortiz for 3, that is in and out. Fox able to get good positioning on that one, goes up and had the shot blocked. Ravens still empty on the scoreboard, almost 2 minutes into the season. That one deflected by Ortiz, out of bounds, last touched by Labette. And that's something Kylie said she wants to focus on this year. We know she can score, Chris. She said she wants to improve her defense. That was great defense on that possession.
Yeah, no doubt, causing the turnover, and maybe CCC can tie it with this one or go ahead.
Natalia Jones hands off to Lehman. Lehman inside to Fox. Fox out to Kylie Ortiz. Woods Blackout. Great ball movement by the Ravens, moving fast. Trying to get it to Fox down low. Double team comes. Natalia Jones lets it fly. A little bit strong on that one. So we've seen Labette deny the interior pass to Ivy Fox and make the Ravens shoot from outside, and so far the shooter's getting warmed up here in 2023.
It is a little chilly outside. It'll warm up just like they will.
Jones steps into a shot there, left it short, out of bounds. Labette basketball. 2.5 minutes into this one. It's 2-0 Labette. The only points in this game scored by Correa Silva. Now we'll see number 25, Maggie Tchaikovsky, check in, and she's one of 4 players from the Labette County volleyball team, Chris, that will be suiting up tonight as they're a little bit shorthanded with some injuries.
So with the injury bug has hit them, it'll be interesting to see if volleyball shape, how well that translates into basketball shape as we go about this game. We
saw that with Regan Osterhouse at Pratt last season. So it has been done before. Fox straight on 3 is off the rim, no good. Lehman on the glass. Bailey Lehman, nice move, a little bit strong. Battle for the rebound again, and Coffeyville basketball.
I'm kind of wondering if there's a lid on the rim.
Sure looks that way through 3 minutes almost, but, you know, we saw in that possession, as we'll see the inbounds here from Woods Blackout, and that's an offensive foul. I believe they're going to call that on Fox. And they are. But we saw a little bit on that possession, Chris. I think something that we saw with the Ravens last year, and that's aggressive pursuit on the offensive glass. We saw, of course, the missed shot, but Bailey Lehman tracked it down, and then another 3rd try on that possession. So I think that's what's going to get this Coffeyville offense going.
Especially with Verser out of the game.
Julia Smith pass to Gartman. Gartman spin move. Ortiz stays with her. And that throw into the backcourt, and that'll be an over and back. So the Raven defense looks strong. It's a lot like how, you know, football season starts with fall camp, Chris. Same thing with baseball, where the defense a little bit ahead of the offense at the start of the year. And in baseball, of course, the pitchers a little bit ahead of the hitters for a couple weeks. Right now, we're seeing both teams playing good defense, and I'm sure the offenses will come alive as the game goes on.
No doubt about it.
Ivy Fox, spin move, nice move right. Little strong on that one. Jones not able to clean it up. And it will be Coffeyville ball underneath. Last touch by Labette. 6:51 to go first quarter. Still 2-0 Cardinals. We've seen the Ravens struggle a little bit out of the gates offensively. Inbound goes to Ivy Fox. Lehman thought about the three. Now we'll pass it to Kylie Ortiz. We still have not seen Tatana take a shot yet this year. Natalia Jones with it now. Inside, 10 to shoot. Lehman, good look, top of the key. And that one off the left rim, no good. Kachowski collides with Jalea Smith, but Labette able to come away with the basketball. Now we'll see some substitutions move their way to the scorers table for the Ravens. Maybe trying to give this team a spark. Jalea Smith with it now. 15 to shoot, trying to split the defense. Lost it. It ends up with Lakey, and Lakey puts it up, no good. Rebound, Fox battling for it, throws it up, and Lakey comes away with it. Pass inside to Kachowski off her hands. It will stay with Labette. So crazy start to this one in terms of both teams just struggling to put the ball in the basket. Now we see a brand new 5 come in for the Ravens. It'll be number 30, Jordan Snyder, number 34, Bailey Melton, one of the transfers, as well as number 15, Karis Washington, a freshman that Coach Turner likes a lot. Number 4, Ray Richardson will run the point, and number 5, Olivia Dyja out there as well.
The fresh 5 coming in, goodness.
We'll see what this 5 brings to the table. I know one of the goals for Tony tonight was to play as many players on this roster as you can. You know, you can't beat valuable game experience, and that'll be a foul down low on number 34, Melton. 4 minutes into the year, and Coach Turner already yelling. We got to love it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
A lot of things, you know, you got to kick off the rust on a lot of things, but one of those things is not the mannerisms of a coach. That stays with you. Inbounds pass nearly deflected by Snyder. Driving Correa Silva goes up, missed it. Offensive rebound. Gartman struggled to get it there. And now another try for Labette. That one too strong, and Karis Washington pulls down the rebound. Washington looked great as she draws a foul on Correa Silva. At the Jamboree game that we went to, Chris, Karis Washington looked fantastic off the bench. I believe she had 9 or 10 points in that game. But she, for a freshman, has incredible burst on the offensive end. She's a nice, pure electric scorer in her first year.
No doubt about it, and looking to provide that spark for this offense right now.
Fakes, works left, looking for a shot, and there it is, and Washington puts it in. Karis Washington, the first points of the year for the Ravens. That's a 3, and after missing their first 7 or 8 shots of the year, how about this? You have the lead.
Yeah, 0 for 9 from the field to start the game, and now that one's the first basket, and it's a 3.
Lakey with it now, guarded by Dyja. Hands it off to Kachowski. Kachowski hands it off to Gartman. Gartman deep 3. And it's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Ray Richardson.
Almost shot that one from the logo.
Up ahead to Dyja. Dyja pass inside to Snyder. What a ball fake. Jordan Snyder. And Chris, that's an X factor for this team this year. Jordan Snyder had a lot of highs, a lot of lows in her freshman season. Was fantastic in the Final Four in Wichita. If they get that Jordan Snyder this year, this team's going to be awfully tough to beat.
Almost unstoppable.
Karis Washington, the rebound after the missed shot. 5-0 run for the Ravens. They're playing with some confidence now. Snyder, baseline jump shot, good. Jordan Snyder with back-to-back buckets. 7-0 run for the Ravens and the fresh 5, giving this team a spark. 4:27 to go first quarter. Lakey spinning off Dyja, and that shot is off. Rebound Melton. And that's something Tatana Woods Blackout said is one of the better parts of Olivia Dyja's game, Chris. She is a really good defender, even in practice.
No doubt about it. Great defense on that possession.
Hands it off to Washington. Washington gets a big screen. Spinning. Snyder feeling it. That one off the left rim, no good. Washington battling for the rebound, but Lakey comes away with it. Labette down 7-2. They've gone on a cold streak after scoring early in this one. That 3 by Smith off the rim, no good. And the rebound cleared out by Bailey Melton. Up inside to Snyder. Snyder could not control that pass. And that'll bring us to our first media timeout of the season. Ravens on a 7-0 run with a new 5 out there. And we'll see the freshman Alexis Parker for the first time when we come back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Tender filet mignon. It's filet mignon. Filet mignon. Filet mignon. Filet mignon. Filet mignon. Savor the juicy filet ole steak bowl stacked with filet mignon and only from Taco Mayo. That's a wrap. No, that's a bowl.
If you could use a little help around the house, Windsor Place At-Home Care is the perfect solution for you. Their caregivers are prepared to help you with laundry, meals, housekeeping, shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced, you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place At-Home Care, 800-982-1866.
Lady Ravens started this but 7-point. Harris Washington and the sophomore Jordan Snyder. I'm Shane Hill, Chris Freund alongside with me. And Chris, starting five, maybe a little bit of nerves to start the year, but a nice start to the year for the second team for the Ravens.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's great that Coach Turner can have anybody on the bench. He can go from 1 to 11 or 12 or however many there are and know that they can score and they can play the game. And their second five, they're doing their job. They're doing great.
This is the first appearance for Kenley Dixon, and she traveled there on that possession. Dixon, one of the other volleyball players on this team that's playing tonight. And we also see another one, number 33, Jillian Holwick, out there. And so the only one we haven't seen yet is Bailey Brockus, who's wearing number 13 tonight for Labette. Ray Richardson with it. Ravens on a 7-0 run. Karis Washington looking down low to Melton. Melton instantly double-teamed. Nice ball movement. Dyja for three. It's good! Olivia Dyja. And a 10-0 run for the Ravens. And that's what's scary about this team, Chris. It's not Ortiz. It's not Woods Black Owl, as that's a trip and a travel. They're going to call that a foul. I don't know about that one. That's my first. I'm not sure about that call of the year.
I'm sure there'll be more of those as we go along.
But that's on Olivia Dyja. But a 10-0 run for the Ravens, and like we were saying, Chris, it's not Ortiz, it's not Lehman, it's not Woods Black Owl. It's the second team unit. And if the second team unit can give you a 10-0 run in the first quarter of the first game of the year, watch out for this team's ceiling.
No doubt about it.
So free throws here for Correa Silva. First one off the front of the rim, no good. Like we said before the break, first time this year we're seeing the freshman Alexis Parker out of Anadarko High School. And Coach Turner says she has an elite postgame and she's getting better by the day in practice. Misses a pair of free throws there, and Parker cleans up the rebound. Ray Richardson bringing the ball up, gets it to Dyja. And now looking back to the top of the key, Dyja again on the left wing. This time now kicking it to Melton down low. Ray Richardson. Back to Dyja. Dyja tries another one. It's good! Back-to-back threes for Olivia Dyja. 13-0 run for the Ravens. And after an 0-for-9 start to the season, I think Coach Turner will take a 13-2 lead late first quarter.
Yeah, Dyja has 6.
That shot rims out. Melton trying to battle for the rebound along with Kenley Dixon. And that'll be our first jump ball of the season. Possession arrow stays with the Cardinals. Now, we hinted at it in the pregame, Chris, but, of course, Mitch Rolls, the longtime coach of Labette, he went and took the Iowa Western job in the offseason after they finished the year number 4 in the nation in Division II. So we're seeing the coaching debut at Labette from former Fort Scott head coach Kaylina Anderson. Jordan Snyder back in for the Ravens, in for Melton. And initial impressions of Bailey Melton, a nice player down in the post. I think she looked good in those minutes she was in.
Absolutely, made a difference, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Got some key rebounds as well. Jalea Smith running the point for the Labette County Cardinals, the freshman out of Tulsa, and that's another jump ball. Red Raven basketball in there again. It's Dyja, who's been maybe the MVP of the first quarter, and that backs up Tatana Woods Black Owl's statement to us in that she's an elite defender. Tatana and Olivia go head-to-head in practice, and Tatana says she's one of the toughest defenders on this team.
That's where turnovers go to Dyja right there.
Washington steps into a jump shot. That rims out. Snyder on the glass battling for it. And I believe that'll stay with the... No, excuse me, they're going to call that Labette basketball. I'll tell you what. First quarter, we've seen some highs, we've seen some lows from this basketball team. But I really like what I'm seeing out of Jordan Snyder. She looks like a much more aggressive player than she did last year.
Yeah, that is definitely something you like to see, especially in the first game of the season.
Baseline drive for Kachowski, and that is denied by Snyder. Excuse me, that was Bailey Brockus, the freshman. Snyder, a little bit of a smirk after that block. You take pride in denying, in a big denial like that.
Almost so that they can make a Timbo finger or something.
Absolutely. Julia Smith kicks it. This is Kenley Dixon. Dixon down low. Verser, the freshman, and traveled. It's like what Madison Grextis, of course, the star freshman volleyball player here at CCC, said, that she takes pride in getting a spike or a kill that hits off of another player.
Right.
Like off the face, off the elbow, off the hand, whatever. Since she takes pride in that, I'm sure it's the same way with Jordan Snyder blocking shots.
I would say so.
Daya with it. She's had a fantastic start to the season. 2 of 2 from 3. Inside to Alexis Parker, and Parker puts it up and in. Her first collegiate points.
Nice pick and roll there to Parker.
15-0 run for the Lady Ravens. They lead it by 13, and that's a carry against the freshman Julia Smith. And as we saw the first 5 minutes, Coffeyville had a tough time getting going. Now we're seeing, the snowball start to build up for Labette. So I'm sure they're excited to regroup at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, minute and a half to do so.
Karis Washington with it, moving right, hands it off to Daya. Daya gets a screen from Snyder. And looking for a pass, gets it to Washington for 3. And that's off the rim, no good. Snyder on the glass, left that one a little short. Parker on the glass, no. A 4th try from Washington, and she's fouled. That's the Red Ravens we know from last year, Chris. Tenacious on the offensive glass.
Definitely crashing that glass. Chance after chance, and now a chance to earn from the stripe.
No more Jordan Connor, no more Cheyenne Banks, but it's a Tony Turner Red Raven philosophy that you got to crash the glass if you're going to play for Coffeyville.
No doubt about it.
Now we see another freshman into the game for the first time, Chris, in Ava Baker, the freshman out of Lewisburg, Kansas, and something that we've heard from already about her. She is just the latest addition, Chris, to the Splash Sisters. She can really shoot from outside.
That's going to be exciting to watch, that is for sure. How many is that now? 6?
Oh, Lord.
Splash Sisters,
6,
8,
half
12.
this roster, yeah. Washington misses a pair, but gets her own rebound, driving, and an offensive foul that time. And that's just, that's something you expect to see in the first quarter of the first game of the year from a freshman. Making a lot of good things happen, but maybe trying to do a little bit too much there.
Just a tad.
And now Washington will get a little bit of a breather as we see the season debut for Janae Black-Harmon, the sophomore out of El Reno, Oklahoma. Same hometown as Tatana. Did not play at the same high school as Tatana. I wonder if they played each other. We'll have to ask them that.
That's a good question.
I assume they did.
I'll bet they did, yeah.
This is Brockis handing it off to Smith. And that's going to be a foul, a travel before the foul. And another turnover for the Cardinals.
There's a lot of slipping going on that side of the court. I wonder what's going on.
There is. Might have to have a towel out there in
between. A floor, a shoe thing, who knows?
Jordan Snyder moving out to the wing, hands off to Ava Baker. Baker with a great pass inside to Parker, had it blocked. It will stay with the Ravens. I'll tell you what, only 2 points so far for Alexis Parker, but I love her positioning inside. You can tell she's a good post player because she's always in position to catch the ball and put up a shot. Baker for 3, left that one short. Rebound batted around and collected by Jillian Holwick. All the way the other way, and losing the ball on the way up was Dixon. And that'll be a travel on Snyder as she tried to get out of the paint.
There was a lot of traffic in there.
If you didn't tune into the first quarter of the season opener, expect to see some sloppy basketball. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Right. It happens.
It's not the Region 6 championship here tonight.
Exactly.
I think Coach Turner and Coach Anderson went into this one expecting to see some sloppy basketball. Inbounds pass goes to Smith. I'm sure they're not happy about it, but I'm sure they expected to see it.
Exactly.
Smith looking for a pass, gets it to Lakey. Lakey the drive, the floater, and a little bit short. And Black-Harmon had it initially. It was deflected, and it will be Raven basketball. If you're just now joining us, 4 Labette County volleyball players are suiting up tonight, and all 4 of them have seen minutes here in the opening quarter.
As long as they don't try to spike it.
That's an athlete right there.
It is, that's for sure.
Baker with it in the corner, trying to spin, gets it to Black-Harmon. 5 to shoot for the Ravens. Ray Richardson down low to Snyder. Snyder puts it up and in. Great first quarter for Jordan Snyder, and the Ravens end the quarter on a 17-0 run. First couple minutes of the year, a little bit of a slow start. Last 6 minutes of the first quarter, that's the Ravens we expected to see. 17-2 Coffeyville. Let's step away for 90 seconds. We'll be right back on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. offensive fouls. We saw some missed shots. But overall, I think two of our keys to the game, Chris, were, of course, winning inside and winning on the glass. And I think in the first quarter, the Ravens did a great job inside, and they did a great job on the glass. And I think that's why they really kind of turned that start around.
That's for sure. And the post play is coming. Everything is coming along. After a little bit of a cold start, they did warm up. In fact, it's Olivia Dijah and Jordan Snyder leading the team with 6 points apiece, followed by Karis Washington with 3, Alexis Parker with 2. 0-0 run to end that quarter.
Olivia,
Holy cow.
And I'm glad you mentioned Olivia Dijah. She looked fantastic in that first quarter.
Thank you, yes. And forgive me, because it's also my first game.
No, and
what it is yours as well. What's my excuse then?
Well, Olivia was on the team last year, so.
That is true.
You have a little bit less experience than I do, but
I mean, 6 points apiece for Dijah and for Snyder.
Absolutely.
Can't beat that
and that's
at all.
two players that are going to be key to this year's team for
Absolutely.
sure. And we, while we get back into the action, I will say that was not Nick's fault. That was my fault. I forgot that we're about to start the Red Raven Coaches Show, and he was over in the other studio helping Matt. So that's my fault. I shouldn't have gone to break there.
I totally forgot about that.
That's my bad. I apologize. That was like the 1 5-minute stretch of the night I couldn't go to break, and I did it. Season opener for me too, folks.
Season opener for everybody.
Second quarter. I just wanted to make sure Nick didn't get heat for a mistake that I made. Labette with the basketball, trying to snap this funk. And this is Correa Silva, who has their only 2 points of the night. That shot is off. Rebound collected by Kylie Ortiz. Starting 5 back out there for the Ravens. Woods, Blackout, Ortiz, Lehman, Jones, and Fox. Ivy Fox driving inside, puts up the shot, puts it in. There's the first points for Ivy Fox as a Coffeyville Red Raven, the transfer from North Dakota. And she was fantastic in North Dakota last year. I'd have to pull up her exact stats, Chris, but I believe it was something along the lines of 18 and 8 a game. She was really good.
And right now, the shot's just not falling for Labette.
Here comes Tatana Woods, Blackout up ahead to Lehman. Ortiz, top of the key, deep 3. And there's the first one of the year for Kylie Ortiz. And Chris, that's terrifying. The first points of the year for any member of the Big Three for the Red Ravens. And it's their 20th, 21st, and 22nd point of the game.
It was a hesitation, and yet a great shot, a nice 3 there. Speaking of nice 3.
Absolutely. That's Asis Gartman, the freshman out of Austin, Florida. First points for Labette. Ortiz, anything you can do? That one off the back rim. Lehman trying to clean it up, but Labette with the steal. That's Gartman. Gartman behind the back-handed poke by Bailey Lehman. Natalia Jones running ahead of the pack. Stopping on a dime. Kicks it to Ivy Fox. What a fake. Fox goes up. No. Gets her own rebound. Ravens will reset. Kylie on the left wing. Thought about it. This time pulls back. Lehman. Fox on the baseline. Natalia Jones. Jones puts up a shot. No good. And out of bounds. It'll be Labette. It'll stay Raven basketball. Chris, something that's going to be exciting. You know, we had the Raven Death lineup last year. It was 4 shooters and Jordan Connor. This year, the Raven Death lineup may be 5 shooters. Ivy Fox is a good 3-point shooter.
No doubt about it, yeah.
So if we have a Tony Turner Death lineup this year, it might be 5 players that can knock down threes, which is terrifying for the rest of the league.
That's scary. So scary. I mean, yesterday was Halloween. It's going to be scary all season long if you have to go against that lineup.
You ain't lying. Still no points for Bailey Lehman. Still no shot attempts for Tatana Woods Blackout, and the Ravens are up 17. That is a very promising sign of things to come for this team this year. Woods Blackout down low to Jones. Got to get a shot up. 2 seconds. Puts it up. No. And that did not hit rim. That'll be a shot clock violation. So Natalia Jones got the start in this season opener, and there's another steal by the Ravens and jump ball, and that'll keep it with Coffeyville. I couldn't tell. Did Tatana or Kylie poke that? I couldn't tell.
I think it was Tatana.
Well, the whole team's played good defense tonight.
No doubt about it.
And I'm sure, maybe I can't speak for Coach Turner, but I'm sure here in a night where, there was going to be inevitable mistakes and inevitable sloppiness in the first game of the year as Woods Blackout looks for Ortiz, fakes the 3, Ortiz the drive, and that off the bottom of the net. Able to clean it up. Jones, Tatana for 3. First shot of the year is off the rim. No good. That one batted around and out of bounds. Labette basketball. But Chris, I'm sure, I can't speak for Coach Turner, but my guess is that he would prefer good defense and sloppy offense versus good offense and sloppy defense.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's my hunch.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You can fix offense. If
And
you,
they
have
did.
if you have sloppy defense, you got to start the fundamentals all over.
Yep, and double dribble.
Yeah. Lost the handle a little bit, and when she regathered, that's a double dribble. And now we'll see Elise Ferguson check in for the first time. So if I'm doing my math correctly, we have seen every single player enter for the Ravens minus the Garden City transfer J-Maya Lyons, who I'm not positive, but might not be available yet due to recovering from an injury. So Tony was not lying when he said he was going to get everyone some work.
Everyone's in.
Fox for three, that's good. And that I wasn't lying about either. I told you she could shoot, and she knocks that one down to put the Ravens up 20.
Was that a three? I'm assuming that was a three,
That
right?
was a three, yep.
That was a three, all right. So 5 for her.
All in the second quarter. Correa Silva, the floater in the lane, and that one rims out. Rebound taken by Fox. Here comes Tatana. She's got game-changing speed up ahead to Elise Ferguson. Kick to the corner. Lehman for three. Got it. That's Bailey Lehman's spot, Chris. That's the spot where she won the three-point contest during Raven Madness, and you cannot leave Bailey Lehman open anywhere on the arc, but especially not in that corner.
The hot spot works again.
And that's Gartman who fakes the shot, now puts up a jumper and knocks it down. 5 points for Asis Gartman, the freshman, putting on a nice performance for Coach Anderson. That one is blocked. Kylie's shot, rebound Ferguson. Ivy Fox, and a travel. And that's an opening night, a typical opening night mistake, Chris. She was thinking about shooting, she was thinking about passing, did a little bit of both, and that's a travel.
Yeah, I guess you can't do both at the same time.
No, it's hard to do. It's even harder to get away with it.
That's true.
6-0.
The ref's right there.
6:05 to go, first half. Ravens lead at 28-7. That pass deflected, stolen by Ferguson, trying to get it up ahead to Tatana, and that's intercepted by Correa Silva. And then dribbled out of bounds by Lakey. So
2 for 1 on the turnover right there.
this is, I was going to say, this is exactly what you'd expect in a season opener. Exactly what you'd expect. Tatana Woods Blackout brings it up, swings it to Kylie Ortiz. Lehman and Ortiz each with their first threes of the season in this second quarter. Kylie now with it in the right corner, guarded by Gartman. Lehman, that one off the left rim, no good. But it's good to see the confidence from both of them is sky high. We saw Kylie shoot one from the logo. We saw Bailey shoot one from the parking lot just there.
Who's going to shoot from the football field? They might as well, right?
Ivy Fox trying to jump for the steal there, couldn't get it, and that'll be a blocking foul against Ferguson.
Do you remember the Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, horse, pig commercials? They might as well start that here because, they can shoot from the from
Well, I was a little.
football field.
That was one of my favorite parts of Raven Madness, Chris, is the Labette County Cardinals here inbounding. We see Karis Washington back in for Ivy Fox, and Washington gets the rebound. Looking to get out of it, and that'll be a foul against Labette. But my favorite thing from Raven Madness was we did a three-point contest between 3 shooters from the guys' team and 3 shooters from the girls' team. And Coach Herkelman came out to speak to the crowd, and he said, my guys better be good at dunking because I told them Kylie and Bailey are going to smoke them in the three-point contest. He wasn't lying.
Nope.
Kylie Ortiz with it now. Hand off to Karis Washington. Washington to Tatana Woods Black Owl. Kylie Ortiz fakes the 3 on the left wing. Down low to Elise Ferguson. Nice spin move left. Left it a little bit short. Might have been partially blocked by Lakey, and then Ferguson called for a foul underneath.
Yeah, went for the rebound and accidentally kind of went over the head, over the shoulder area of the defender.
Lexus Parker back in for the Ravens. We hit our second media timeout of the night. 4:58 to go, first half, excuse me. That's another thing I'm going to have to get used to as the year goes on. Girls and guys play halves versus quarters. Ravens lead at 28-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Got a car? Maybe a motorcycle or even a boat? Do you rent or own your own home? If you have any of these, call NDB in Coffeyville and then relax. NDB can protect your assets and save you money. They represent numerous insurance companies so that they can help you find the right insurance at the right price for you. NDB at 812 West 11th in Coffeyville. Call Ben Vietz at 620-251-1970 and relax.
Here halfway through the second quarter, I'm Shea Neal, Chris Freund alongside with me. Chris, you know, there's been mistakes by both sides. It's the season opener. We're getting going. We're getting the rust knocked off. How would you grade this Red Raven performance so far?
You know, I would actually give it like a B or a B+. Really, just because just the rust, the turnovers. The defense, though, has been spectacular.
It has. And driving inside and laying it in. And one is Gartman. And Gartman's been by far the best offensive player tonight for Labette.
Gartman, 7 points, looking for her 8th here at the line. Rattled off the front, no good. Rebounded by Washington. Bringing it up, Kylie over to the left corner.
Kylie, top of the key, sends it for three, and off the rim, no good. Washington got a hand on it, but it's collected by Labette County. I'm thinking B- would be my grade. Maybe I'm a little bit harsher. There's definitely been some mistakes, but I think, like you said, overall, defense has been great. The offense has improved as the night's gone on. Washington too strong on that three. Parker does save it, but throws it right to Labette. So here come the Cardinals the other way, maybe playing a little bit better offense here in the second quarter, and big part of that is Aces Gartman. Putting up the shot, no good. Rebound collected by Karis Washington. Washington coming the other way. Hand out to Ortiz, fakes the three, kicks it to Washington. Extra pass to Lehman, down low to Parker. The freshman spins inside. Alexis Parker puts it up and in. And the Ravens lead at 30-9 with 3:36 to go in the first half. And Chris, losing to this Labette team last year, you know, it left a sour taste in their mouth during non-conference play. You can tell they took that a little bit personally. They've come out tonight with a mission to start 1-0.
No doubt about it. With a 20-point lead, they're doing a great job with that.
Kylie Ortiz brings it back the other way after another Raven steal. Karis Washington fakes, driving inside, scoop layup. That's a pretty move, but a little bit strong on the finish.
Almost throws 3 defenders there.
I'll tell you what, through maybe 6-7 minutes of game action in her collegiate career, you can see the potential of Karis Washington.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
With 10, 15 games of experience as the year goes on, she could be a ridiculously good player off the bench for Tony Turner.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I think he sees what we're seeing right now. It's like you give her 12 games of experience, and all of a sudden that's a game-changing player off the bench.
Yep.
Inbounds pass, and the shot thrown up and good. That's Kenley Dixon, the sophomore. Exchanged the volleyball jersey for a basketball jersey, and now she can say she scored in both this year. It's a pretty good title to have, Chris.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Scoring points in 2 different collegiate sports. Washington with the fake. Driving, trying to get it to Parker, and it does end up with Parker, who finishes inside. That's going to be something I'm going to try to shake as fast as possible. Natalia Jones wore 15 last year. She's wearing 11 this year. So I got to kind of shake that and get my numbers switched in my head.
No doubt about it. Yep.
This is Gartman with it. Ravens lead at 32-11, 2:20 to go first half. Inside the pass to Dixon. Dixon shot a little short that time. Here come the Ravens the other way. Parker the rebound up ahead. Woods Blackout up ahead to Lehman. And Lehman was fouled on the way up. What a pass by Tatana. About 2/3 of the way up the court. Right on the money to Bailey Lehman. And that was, we talked to Tatana a little bit before the season started. and asked what her goals would be for this year. Of course, you know the team goal is to win a championship.
Right.
But asked what her goals would be to have a successful season. And you know what she said, Chris? After being the starter with the best assist-to-turnover ratio in the Jayhawk last year and averaging 5 assists per game, she says she wants to lead the Jayhawk in turnover-to-assist ratio again this year and have 7 assists per game. That's a team player. That's a captain. That's a point guard.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, 5-1 is amazing. 7-1? Holy cow.
And Lehman knocks down the pair. 34-11, our score.
Balanced scoring so far for the Lady Ravens.
And that's something that, you know, at times last year, it got better as the year went on. As this is Verser on the baseline. Up top, nice fake there by Lakey. Lakey the drive, the left hand, and that's going to be a travel. It got better as the year went on, but at times last year we saw the Ravens rely on their stars a lot. They relied on Cheyenne Banks to score. They relied on Kylie Ortiz to score. Relied on Jordan Connor to score. What we're seeing tonight is a lot more diversity of scoring. A lot of players that have put up 4, 5, 6 points. Lehman for 3 in and out. And that's something that's really going to be beneficial as the year goes on, Chris, because there's going to be nights where Kylie doesn't have her shot. There's going to be nights where Bailey doesn't have her shot.
Sure.
And it's nice to see these players off. I've really been impressed with this second unit, how well they've played so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it. CCC, 3 players with 6 points, 2 players with 5.
And there's Black Harmon's first points of the year, her first 2. Timeout taken by Labette. We'll take it with them. Late first half, minute 24 to go. Ravens 36, Labette 11. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
For them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
It's truck season at Roman Chevrolet. All 2023 Chevy Silverados qualify for 0% interest, no payments for 90 days, and $1,000 cash allowance for qualified buyers. We have a great selection of Silverados, and 2024 models are showing up daily. Roman Chevrolet will donate $5 to the American Cancer Society for every social media post shared. The goal is to donate $170,000. Test drive a new 2023 Chevy Silverado and check out the huge selection of pre-owned vehicles at Roman Chevrolet, 2313 West Main, Independence. Your
7 to go, first half. Ava Baker nearly got a steal there. Labette has 10 to shoot. The drive, and Verser couldn't handle it. That's out of bounds, and that's, I'm sure, the first thing Coach Anderson's going to say to her team in the locker room is take care of the ball.
Yeah. Turnovers have definitely cost Labette quite a few possessions here in this first half.
Coming up just around the corner, the Red Raven halftime show presented by Community State Bank. We'll go over scores around the conference, what we've seen so far in the first half, and get you ready for the second half as well. Snyder lets it go. That's a little short. Ava Baker on the glass. Ray Richardson with it now. Richardson gets a screen from Snyder. Richardson stops on a dime, hands it off. This is Daya. Daya the drive, and off the foot of a Labette County Cardinal. It'll stay with the Ravens. Chris, it's hard to say, 18 minutes into a season, who's the MVP of the game so far. But if we had to pick our US 98 player of the game right now, I think I'd pick Olivia Daya. She's been great.
Absolutely, she has. There's quite a few to choose from, actually, already.
Daya, 15 to shoot here for the Ravens. Richardson rolling right, hands it off to Jordan Snyder. Baker takes the 3 with a screen in front of her, missed it. And the rebound collected by Dixon and the Cardinals. They can hold for the final shot if they choose. 18 seconds left on the clock. See how fast they go. Lakey going baseline, puts up a floater, no good, and now the Ravens get 12 seconds.
Almost a free possession here.
Richardson, double team comes, now a triple team comes, and that's the best defense of the half by Labette. They saw Richardson, and it's gonna be Labette basketball. They saw Richardson, kind of struggling to get across the midline. They sent 2 defenders, poked the ball, and then when she recovered, there were 3 defenders in her face. She had nowhere to go with it. That was the best defense of the Cardinals in the first half.
No doubt about it, yeah.
5 seconds to get a shot up. And Smith tripped, had it poked, and they're not going to get a shot off. They did get a shot off, and it went in!
Wow.
Wow, Verser turned. I didn't think she got it off in time. She threw it up and hit it. The freshman out of Topeka knocks it down. Chris, that's like almost like the only 3 Shaquille O'Neal hit in his career, where he just kind of turned and threw it up. and drilled it.
I don't know how that went in, but she ought to do that more often.
Maybe that's the offense for Labette in the second half.
Maybe. Turn around, throw it up, and see where it goes.
Halftime here in Nellis Hall. We're back for another season of Red Raven basketball. Coming up next, it's our Red Raven halftime show presented by Community State Bank. Ravens lead at 36-14 at the break. Let's step away for 4 minutes. The Red Raven halftime show coming up on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
(921) West 1st in Coffeyville, and learn more. Medical Lodges Coffeyville, where they serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
This is Community State Bank at work. This is Community State Bank at work. This is Community State Bank at work. In our community, from kids' activities to school programs to funding home and business loans, every day Community State Bank is at work in our neighborhood. Whether you bank at Community State Bank or not, they're working for you every day. Community State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Mike Avey, and at Community State Bank, we believe in Coffeyville.
You have a choice on where to go and who you want to be. Here at Coffeyville Community College, you can be you. We can make you workforce ready at one of our technical campuses, be a student athlete, join an honors program or an activity, have a voice with student government, and be involved with student life events. Our school believes in our red and white traditions, providing you with a quality education and preparing you for the next journey in life. Once you experience our campus, you know you've made the right choice. Let us help you make our story your story and become Raven proud.
If you could use a little help around the house, Windsor Place At-Home Care is the perfect solution for you. Their caregivers are prepared to help you with laundry, meals, housekeeping, shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced, you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place At-Home Care, 800-982-1866.
Enjoy. Time for a 24-pack of cans. And ask about their buy one, get one offer on Mile High Beer. And Gillum's is stocked with all your summer favorites, like the 17.5s, Captain Morgan, Tito's, and Crown. Pick up Captain Morgan's Tropical Punch, just $6.25, a savings of $15.74. Watch for more upcoming tastings at Gillum's Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
This is me. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The filet ole steak bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck's Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon reckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The filet ole steak bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
Raven halftime show presented by our friends at Community State Bank. I'm Shay Neal. Chris Freund alongside with me with the Red Ravens up 36-14 at the break. Chris, I think it's about what we expected in the first half. Some mistakes, some sloppy play, a slow start, maybe trying to kick off the rust. But at the end of the day, a really good basketball team.
Yeah, I was a little surprised when CCC started 0 for 9 from the field, and all of a sudden it's just like the switch flipped, and they just got hot from the field. But the defense has been solid the entire first half.
Yeah, and like we said, I'm sure if you asked Coach Turner what he would prefer, he'd say good offense and good defense.
Right.
But I think if he had to pick one, he'd rather the team be clicking on defense than clicking on offense with poor defense, because over the course of a game, you can fix your offense. It's really hard to fix your defense when your defense is struggling.
That is true. That is definitely true. But the defense has been strong, and then the offense got better as the first quarter and especially into the second quarter. And the balanced scoring is what I'm so happy to see. Balanced scoring from basically what we saw 14 out of 15 players hit the floor for the Lady Ravens, and so many of them. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 scored. So you can't beat that.
That's what I call depth.
No doubt about it.
We, of course, our printer here at Nellis Hall is out tonight. So we don't have our normal stat sheet that we are accustomed to having. So we're working a little bit with what we got. But, Chris, you've been doing a nice job keeping track of some of the scores. So why don't you let us know some of the scores in the first half?
Absolutely. We'll start, of course, with the Labette Cardinals. They are led by Gartman with 7, and then Averser with 3.
That was an incredible shot that Averser hit.
I don't know. I still don't know how she hit that.
I totally counted her out. I said they weren't. I just said they wouldn't even get a shot up, and she drilled it.
Yeah, exactly. So 3 for her, and then Silva and Lakey with 2 each. So, of course, that's 14 for, hey, my math actually works. It's 14 for Labette. For the Coffeyville Red Ravens, they are led by 3 players. Daya and Parker and Snyder have 6 each for the Lady Ravens, followed by Ivy Fox and, let's see, Bailey Lehman. They have 5. Then it is Washington, Karis Washington and Kylie Ortiz have 3, and Black Harmon has 2.
Well, how about that, Chris? I mean, you look at it, this team on pace to score 70 points tonight after an 0-for-9 start. And when Lehman, Woods Blackout, and Ortiz have only combined for 8 points in the first half, that tells you how deep this team is, how talented this team is, and how hard it's going to be to stop the Raven offense this year. Because Labette did a nice job of slowing down Kylie Ortiz. Labette did a solid job of slowing down Bailey Lehman. Tatana Woods Blackout hasn't scored yet this year. And you have players like Karis Washington, like Olivia Daya, like Jordan Snyder, like Ivy Fox that have stepped up and made contributions on the offensive end. It's not just, there's 2 or 3 stars on this team, but it's not 2 or 3 stars or you're in trouble. There's 8-9 players on this team like we've seen in the first half that can light it up at any given time.
Exactly. I mean, you don't have option 1, 2, or 3. You now have option 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way down to 11.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely great to see, especially with a little bit of rust in the first half of the first game.
Red Raven halftime show presented by Community State Bank. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, a lot of teams getting their season started tonight around the KJCCC. We'll get you caught up on scores around the conference. I know the Cali Tigers were in action earlier today. We'll get you scores around the conference and get you ready for the second half when we come back in 2 minutes on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Companies so that they can help you find the right insurance at the right price for you. NDB at 812 West 11th in Coffeyville. Call Ben Vietz at 620-251-1970 and relax.
At CRMC Medical Group, our primary care physicians and providers focus on ways to keep you and your family in good health, as well as care for them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
It's truck season at Roman Chevrolet. All 2023 Chevy Silverados qualify for 0% interest, no payments for 90 days, and $1,000 cash allowance for qualified buyers. We have a great selection of Silverados, and 2024 models are showing up daily. Roman Chevrolet will donate $5 to the American Cancer Society for every social media post shared. The goal is to donate $170,000. Test drive a new 2023 Chevy Silverado and check out the huge selection of pre-owned vehicles at Roman Chevrolet, 2313 West Main, Independence, your Silverado City.
Ralph, did you pay the electric bill?
Yes, Donna. I paid it using Community State Bank's online bill payment.
You can save a lot of lot of time using online bill pay from Community State Bank.
Yes, Donna, I know, and it's really
easy too. Just log into our Community State Bank account.
And sign up for Community State Bank's online bill
And
payment.
sign up for online bill pay.
Yes, Donna, we can do that for all of our
And
bills.
you can do that for all of our bills.
Yes, Donna, Community State Bank is almost as smart as you are.
Well, thank you, Ralph. Glad I could help. I love you, Ralph.
Community State Bank, member FDIC.
I love you too.
Canceled tomorrow. We'll also see KCK, Butler, and Highland all in action tomorrow, as well as Garden City. And I know people are eager to see that Butler team, the projected favorites in the conference this year, Chris, led, of course, by maybe the best player in this league, Freddie Wallace.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. He's got a lot of hype, and so far has definitely lived up to that hype. We'll see what happens this year, though.
No doubt about it. Red Ravens up in this one, 36-14 at the half. After a slow start, Ravens really got going, putting up a lot of great shots in that first half. And like we said, we've seen it from a variety of players that, not saying we didn't expect it from, but I think it's safe to say we maybe expected some more output so far from Tatana Woods Blackout, from Kylie Ortiz, from Bailey Lehman. Bailey's got 5. Maybe that's unfair to say, but
sure.
I mean, great half from Alexis Parker, the freshman out of Anadarko High School. The sophomore Olivia Daya out of Cheladz, Poland, has looked fantastic. And, of course, we've also seen Jordan Snyder look great as well this year. Like we talked about, Chris, earlier in the broadcast, Jordan Snyder, up and down freshman year, like a lot of freshmen have at the collegiate level. But she was great, played her best basketball of the year in that semifinal game against Dodge and that championship game against Barton. We talked about what this team could be if we get that Jordan Snyder this year. And so far through a half, hasn't been perfect, but she's been pretty good.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The playoffs have brought out a lot of good things and a lot of players, and she was definitely one of them. I'm looking forward to seeing that, hopefully, all season long and into the playoffs this year.
Absolutely. Fantastic crowd tonight at Nellis Hall as we get the season underway. Of course, the guys will be in action as soon as this one's over. Jay Herkelman's squad takes the court for the very first time. This has been the Red Raven Halftime Show presented by Community State Bank. Let's step away for 2.5 minutes. Second half action coming up on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Services, rehabilitation, adult daycare, and much more are all offered. Visit medicallodges.com or stop by 2921 West 1st in Coffeyville and learn more. Medical Lodges Coffeyville, where they serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
It's truck season at Roman Chevrolet. All 2023 Chevy Silverados qualify for 0% interest. No payments for 90 days and $1,000 cash allowance for qualified buyers. We have a great selection of Silverados, and 2024 models are showing up daily. Roman Chevrolet will donate $5 to the American Cancer Society for every social media post shared. The goal is to donate $170,000. Test drive a new 2023 Chevy Silverado and check out the huge selection of pre-owned vehicles at Roman Chevrolet, 2313 West Main, Independence, your Silverado city.
You have a choice on where to go and who you want to be. Here at Coffeyville Community College, you can be you. We can make you workforce ready at one of our technical campuses, be a student athlete, join an honors program or an activity, have a voice with student government, and be involved with student life events. Our school believes in our red and white traditions, providing you with a quality education and preparing you for the next journey in life. Once you experience our campus, you know you've made the right choice. Let us help you make our story your story and become Raven proud.
If you could use a little help around the house, Windsor Place At-Home Care is the perfect solution for you. Their caregivers are prepared to help you with laundry, meals, housekeeping, shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced, you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place At-Home Care, 800-982-1866.
Enjoy the new, cool, refreshing taste of Outlaw Mile High Beer, now available at Gillum Liquor in Coffeyville for just $15.99 for a 24-pack of cans. And ask about their buy one, get one offer on Mile High Beer. And Gillum's is stocked with all your summer favorites, like the 17.5s, Captain Morgan, Tito's, and Crown. Pick up Captain Morgan's Tropical Punch, just $6.25, a savings of $15.74. Watch for more upcoming tastings at Gillum's Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Raven basketball as we get the second half underway here at Nellis Hall. I'm Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with me. Ravens up 36-14 in the first game of the year. They go down low quickly. That shot is good from Jordan Snyder, continuing her solid season debut for the Ravens.
That's 8 for Snyder.
She now officially has the team lead in scoring tonight. As they'll hand it off, this is Jalea Smith. And now working it to Kinley Lakey. This is Verser. Verser hit that spinning three at the buzzer to end the first half.
Might as well try it again, right?
Correa Silva had it poked from behind, got it back. Smith the drive, 5 to shoot. This is Gartman, who was their leading scorer in the first half. Had that shot blocked on the way up by Lehman, and Snyder cleans it up. Up ahead, Lehman, defense to offense. That one rims out, but Fox on the glass. And the Ravens, the hustle after the stop, and Fox was in a great position, uncontested for that putback. Ravens have hit 40 points in 21 minutes, which I don't think you would have believed when they started 0 for 9.
No, that's for sure. Fox has 7, by the way.
Nice move by Verser. She'll go up and score it. Snyder went all in for that steal there, and it left Verser open on the baseline. She has 5 points, the freshman out of Topeka. Tatana Woods Blackout top of the key. Hands it out to Lehman. Now Kylie. And they get it down low to Snyder. Snyder hands it off to Fox. Fox with a baseline jump shot. That's good. Ivy Fox. And Chris, we've talked about a variety of players that have looked good tonight. Ivy Fox has really come along as this game's gone on. She looks fantastic. The newest addition to the Ravens starting 5.
She has 9.
Verser with it, top of the key. That's a very uncomfortable dribble there by Verser. You can tell she's not a primary ball handler. Correa Silva, step back 3, way short, out of bounds. Tatana will grab the rebound. And now up ahead they push. Fox. Fox to the corner for Ortiz. Fakes the 3. Ortiz now gets it to Tatana. Extra pass, Lehman. Lehman lets it go, and that one rims out. And Chris, the threes are not falling like we know they will at certain points this year. And this team is still in complete control of this game. That, I think, is the biggest key for this Coffeyville team this year. As Lehman gets a steal but could not control it.
Great steal. Just couldn't quite get it reeled in for the transition.
But Chris, I think in most of the games that the Ravens, came away with last year, it was because of their three-point shooting. And they're actually going to call foul on Lehman, which I don't know about that.
That's the second we don't know about that call, and that one was even worse than the first.
I agree.
The I don't know part.
But we're going to have a little break in the action. But, Chris, I think a lot of these wins that Coffeyville had a year ago was based on great play from their three-point shooters. But, they needed to shoot the 3 well to win a lot of games last year. And I think what we're seeing here tonight, they've hit some threes, but they've, for the most part, not hit threes at the clip that we expect them to hit threes at this year. And they're still in complete control, up 26 points. That's encouraging, because I'm sure Coach Turner would tell you he doesn't want to rely on the 3 ball. He wants it to be a weapon, but he wants them to have multiple ways to beat you offensively, and they're doing that tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure. The inside-out game is definitely working for the Lady Ravens. Putting it inside and then able to kick it back out. The extra pass, the crisp, clean passing, that has really made a difference. And at the end of the first quarter and the second quarter especially, that extra pass is making a huge difference.
And a little bit more about Ivy Fox, the transfer from White Shield, North Dakota. She played at the North Dakota State College of Science last year. Put up 15 points and 8 rebounds per game in 33 games. And back in January, had a career-high 31 points. So her offense, she can light it up.
Oh, no doubt about it. And it's good to see her with the black and red on tonight with the white and red on for the Ravens.
Jalea Smith, baseline jump shot, a little bit short. Rebound collected by Ivy Fox. Here comes Tatana. Tatana still looking for her first points of the year, but we know that's not really what she's looking for. Kylie straight on 3 is good. Nothing but net from Kylie Ortiz. Shot 38% from three last year, was 5th in the conference in three-pointers made. And Chris, would you believe it? She said she believes she can shoot the three better this year.
No, really? Wow. That's a great goal to have.
Rebound by Snyder after the missed shot. Here comes Tatana. Ravens love to play fast. We saw this last year. When they get out in transition, this is when they play their best basketball. Down low, Fox spinning, goes up, draws the foul. And she's a little bit upset. She thinks she should have had an and one. She nearly did.
And the funny thing about that is we had Bailey Lemon over in the corner basically just standing there by herself. So there was two options really, to put it up or to pass it out.
Elise Ferguson in for Jordan Snyder. I'm very intrigued, Chris, by the forward depth that this team has. Last year, Jordan Connor, Cheyenne Banks, great players. But we really didn't know what the Ravens had beyond those two. Jordan Snyder, up and down freshman season. Now, tonight, we've seen Ivy Fox. We've seen Jordan Snyder that looks great. We've seen Bailey Melton, the transfer. We've also seen a little bit of, Elise Ferguson, who just checked back in. And we haven't even seen tonight, but maybe one of the other big transfers from this team, a player that averaged a double-double at Garden last year, J. Maya Lyons.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Incredible play so far. There's a travel.
Their forward depth looks very, very good. And that's terrifying because I think most people would tell you their best players are their guards.
Yeah. And by the way, Ivy Fox with one of the free throws has 10 points now.
First Raven in double digits this year. That three is off by Lehman. Fox grabs the rebound, tries to get it to Ferguson. Through her hands, collected by Tatana. Kylie, deep three. And off the rim, no good. Fox on the glass. Ivy Fox couldn't get it to go, but she's starting to dominate on the glass, Chris.
No doubt about it. Got to love that offensive and defensive rebounding by her.
6:12 to go, third quarter. Ravens up 30, 46-16. This has been an impressive performance to start the season. That's a three way off by Gartman. And they're going to say Labette ball. I think they were saying that was partially blocked by Bailey, maybe?
It would have to be, I guess.
Off the tip?
Maybe.
Raven ball? Or, Labette ball? That has to be what it is, because I think it went straight out of bounds. Inbounds pass goes to Tchaikovsky, who hands it off. Gets a screen from Smith. Gartman had it taken. Ferguson with it, hands it off to Tatana. Tatana crosses half court, draws up a play. Hand off Ferguson. Ferguson swings it to Ortiz. Ortiz top of the key to Lehman. Quick ball movement by the Ravens, and Ferguson couldn't control that one. That's a turnover.
Interesting news from the world of college basketball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Legendary Indiana basketball coach, as well as coached a little bit at Texas Tech at the tail end of his career. Bob Knight passes away at the age of 83. Icon of college basketball.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
That's a foul on the way up. Gartman, I believe that'll be on Ivy Fox.
So what's the first thing you think of when you think Bob Knight?
Throwing a chair, 100%.
Yeah, me too, unfortunately.
100%.
Yeah.
It's like with Woody Hayes, the legendary Ohio State football coach. First thing you think of is him punching a Clemson player.
Yep.
Sometimes when something like that happens, you just kind of can't shake it.
No.
That's your legacy.
That is, yeah. And great players, you know.
No doubt about it. Gartman at the free throw line. That one is off. Betts really struggled at the line tonight. Like I said, our printer is out here at Nellis Hall, so we don't have official stats, but Labette has left a lot of points at the free throw line so far tonight. Ravens haven't had a ton of opportunities, but we saw Coffeyville start off the year last year really poorly at the line, but they got better and better as the year went on. Big part of that were the players they were sending to the line. Kennedy, Tatana, Bailey, some great free throw shooters on this team. Natalia Jones goes up, had it blocked, got it back, goes back up, missed again, and the rebound collected by Gartman. And Gartman lost it on the way in. Nice defense there by Ortiz and Jones. Unable to split the double team. Kylie hands off to Tatana. Tatana fakes. Hands off to Kylie. Kylie give and go with Tatana. Now inside to Elise Ferguson. That's a good look, and she draws the foul on Tchaikovsky. That's the first foul on Tchaikovsky. Now we'll see the return of Kinley Dixon. Officially 5:01 to go third quarter. Ferguson, the 5'10 sophomore from Fort Smith, Arkansas. Chris, something that Elise did very well as that first free throw rims out. She was an incredible energy player for Tony Turner last year. Only played in probably about a third of their games. But when Coffeyville, as she hits the second free throw, when Coffeyville was having a slow half or a slow stretch, Tony would bring in Elise Ferguson, and it just seems like in about 2 or 3 minutes that she was out on the court, the tides would turn. Great energy player last year was Elise Ferguson.
No doubt about that. Looking to do that again this year.
That shot is up and good by Kinley Lakey, the freshman from Frontenac. A nice finish inside. That Frontenac girls basketball team was fantastic last year. We saw them at a tournament against the Bartlesville Bruins. And they played some great basketball. Natalia Jones left that one a little strong. Rebound it's Ferguson. Tatana draws the foul. I think Tatana got scratched.
You don't normally see players say, ow, but she did.
I'm not sure if she said ow, but I think what she said we can't say on the air. So,
gotcha.
We're going to step away. Media timeout, 4:28 to go, third quarter. Ravens in control of this one, 47-19. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Ow. Oh.
That's a bowl.
That's a bowl.
Go third quarter, Ravens lead at 47-19. I'm Shane Hill, Chris Freund alongside with me. Happy to have Red Raven basketball back on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Karis Washington takes the inbound pass from Natalia Jones. Kylie Ortiz, Olivia Daya back in the game as well. Ferguson on the baseline, looking to get it down low to Jones, and a foul will be called against the Cardinals. That'll be against Tchaikovsky. Good to have Dirk Andrews back in the saddle, man. Not many better than him.
That's for sure.
Daya pass across court to Kylie, who sends it for three, and a little bit strong on that one. Natalia Jones able to clean up the offensive rebound. Pass to Ortiz. Ortiz hands it off to Daya. Daya hasn't missed yet tonight and continues. Kylie, kind of getting that shot back here at the start of the year, but Olivia Daya has come in and said, what rust, Chris?
No rust there. 9 points.
Inside, that's Lakey, no good. Rebound collected by Karis Washington. Washington hands it off to Ortiz. Ortiz top of the key, swings it Daya. Daya to Ferguson. Ferguson back to Daya. Inside, Natalia Jones from the free throw line. That one a little strong. The rebound collected by Labette County. Ravens at 50 points. Still 13 minutes to go in this one. I feel like, Chris, I think Tony Turner would tell us too, this isn't even the Ravens at peak offensive production, and they look great on offense.
They do, but there's still some points they're leaving out beyond the arc.
If there's a night where this Raven team is completely clicking, we may be talking 90, 100 points.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Elise Ferguson with the putback layup there to make it 52-19. Like we said in the pregame, Chris, opening the season number 18 in the nation. This Red Raven team, after not being ranked at all the season prior, well-deserved, but obviously something Coach Turner talked about with us is that floater in and out by Dixon. You got to defend that number next to your name every single night, and they're off to a good start so far.
Yeah, no doubt, playing like the 18th ranked team.
Daya's human. She finally misses one. And that's just what Olivia Daya did last year, Chris. When she came in, she had a knack for just lighting it up. She, I believe, in her 3 highest scoring games last year had 8, 9, and 10, and they were all in like 4 or 5 minutes of action.
That's amazing.
That 3 in the corner is good, and that's one of the volleyball players, Jillian Holwick, with the shot. I'll tell you what, these volleyball players have held their own tonight.
Yeah, they have.
You haven't really been able to tell which ones are which.
No, that's true.
Drive, pull-up, jump shot by Karis Washington, a little bit too strong, and they'll stay with the Ravens as the Cardinals couldn't corral the rebound. We'll see the return of Ray Richardson, Alexis Parker, and Bailey Melton.
6 hands for Labette, and it went off all of them and out of bounds.
It's opening night. It's opening night.
Yeah, it is.
Opening night. Cleanup is good there from Karis Washington. Minute 35 to go, third quarter. Ravens up 54-22. This is a 3 straight on and banked in by Gartman, who Aces Gartman has been without question the best player for Labette tonight.
Yeah, she has 11, including that bank 3 right there.
Parker at the elbow, kicks it to Daya, who left that short. Parker in the right spot to clean it up. A great debut for Alexis Parker, the freshman.
She has 8, including that hello, look what I came up with kind of shot.
Always got to chase the ball, Chris. That
No
shot
doubt.
by Gartman is off, and I believe Melton will be called for the foul there as she collided with Kenley Dixon. That's Melton's second foul. Melton's gotten to travel a little bit in her basketball career so far. She's from Oklahoma City, played her first year of college basketball at the University of Dallas. Now here she is in Coffeyville.
Third state.
Racking up the frequent flyer miles.
No doubt.
Gartman, another deep 3, that one off. She tried to bank it in again. Battle for the ball. Labette had it momentarily, but that's out of bounds off of the Cardinals. .33 seconds to go in the third quarter. Daya hands it off to Washington. Washington straight on 3. That's almost banked in, but it's off. Melton, nice job staying with it. Nearly got it back. Up ahead come the Cardinals. They're down by 31, and that'll be a foul. I believe that's on Daya. Excuse me, they're going to call that on Washington. And Gartman had it poked by Washington. Ravens have 9 seconds. Washington trying to go coast to coast. Pull up jump shot, no. Melton kept it alive. Richardson pulls it down. 2 seconds. Daya, and they're not going to, did they get it off? They did. A foul before the buzzer.
Oh, goodness.
That's just a bad mistake. Again, like the end of the second quarter, it didn't look like there was going to be a shot up. Daya was able to just kind of throw it up. And Gartman's going to be called for the foul with maybe 0.2 on the clock. And that's just a bad foul there. And, of course, getting caught kind of in the right spot, wrong spot, going for the, trying to get the ball. But unfortunate break there for Labette.
And I think this might actually be 3 free throws.
Oh, it's definitely a 3. First one is off. 2 more free throws here for Olivia Daya. That one is good. Final free throw and final moment of the third quarter. Daya knocks down 2 of 3. Ravens lead at 58-25. Let's go to the fourth. All Coffeyville will be back in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
any types of surgical procedures. Call CRMC Medical Group at 620-252-1639.
It's truck season at Roman Chevrolet. All 2023 Chevy Silverados qualify for 0% interest. No payments for 90 days and $1,000 cash allowance for qualified buyers. We have a great selection of Silverados and 2024 models are showing up daily. Roman Chevrolet will donate $5 to the American Cancer Society for every social media post shared. The goal is to donate $170,000. Test drive a new 2023 Chevy Silverado and check out the huge selection of pre-owned vehicles at Roman Chevrolet, 2313 West Main, Independence, your Silverado City.
With me, Ravens leading this one 58-25. Season opener for the number 18 team in the nation. And Chris, I mean, again, we've talked about it a couple times tonight, but the Stars have been solid, haven't been unbelievable. But what has been unbelievable is the depth of this team. We've seen Daya step up, we've seen Alexis Parker step up, and now we see a steal from Ray Richardson. Daya, good look for three. It is cash. Olivia Daya. What a first impression of the 2023 season for Daya.
She has 14.
She's looked spectacular on both sides of the ball. She's played great defense too.
Yeah.
Verser at the top of the key, guarded by Bailey Melton. Parker got a hand on it, and now a double team and a jump ball, Raven basketball. And Chris, I mean, Daya and Snyder, some of these players that have looked good tonight are sophomores. Alexis Parker's a true freshman playing her first college basketball game, and it looks like she's been playing for years.
Yeah, you wouldn't have convinced me if you hadn't have shown me that she's a true freshman. And what a game so far.
Inside they go to Parker. Parker trying to find Melton. Melton goes up. That rimmed out. I like that play, though.
Yeah.
That was a great shot. I think more times than not, Bailey Melton would finish that shot. That's up, no good. Foul before that. Well, it is good, but the foul before the shot. I believe that's what the official said. Foul before the shot. But now they're gonna say it counts. They did it originally lay it off. That's on Ray Richardson. 9:07 to go in this one. I've definitely. You can tell it's the season opener for me too. I've definitely made some rusty moments tonight, Chris, as that pass by Washington deflected. Ravens keep it alive. Parker to Daya. Daya looking for a screen, now passes it to Washington. Washington hands off to Daya. Ray Richardson with it now. And somebody that was so crucial for this team last year, Chris, was Bailey Lehman when she came off the bench and provided that scoring that wasn't in the starting lineup. So the Ravens are looking for a new sixth player, you know, if you're so be you. And tonight, I think, the sixth player looks like Olivia Daya without question.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And that'll be a foul against Gartman, and Gartman can't believe it. I would say the officials tonight, I'd give them like an 8 out of 10. There's only been a few calls that I've disagreed with.
Yeah.
It's been solid. I can't complain too much.
Right.
I've definitely seen exponentially worse.
Oh, no doubt about it. And remember, it's their first game of the season, too.
No doubt. Ava Baker fakes the three, hands it off to Daya. Daya, another one. That one rims out. Cleaned up by Washington and drawing the foul. Karis Washington on the roster, Chris, only 5'8", but she plays like she's 6 foot.
Exactly, yeah. There are some people who just have the length, who just play bigger than they are, and she is definitely one of them.
2 shots here for the freshman, Karis Washington. Washington out of Fort Smith, Arkansas. Same hometown as Elise Ferguson. 61-27, our score, 8:28 to go. Second free throw up and off. Melton on the glass, cleans it up, puts it up and in. Bailey Melton knocks it down.
That's our first 2 points of the game and of the season.
And a little bit of a fun fact about Karis Washington, Chris. Tony Turner wanted her very badly from the start of the recruiting process. Offered her a scholarship in July of 2022, 10 months before she actually signed with the Ravens. So Tony wanted her very, very early on. You can see why.
And I'm sure that 10 months was a very long wait for Coach Turner.
No doubt about it. Inbounds pass goes to Gartman. And this is Lakey, top of the key, guarded by Ava Baker. Nice spin move by Lakey. Finds Verser, who puts it up a little bit too strong. And Daya cleans up the rebound. Ravens trying to run. Daya to Ray Richardson. Richardson looking for a pass. Finds Daya in the corner. Another three for Olivia Daya. That one just rims out. But I like the confidence. I do. Driving is Correa Silva, trying to go underneath the basket. Now kicks it out. Gartman for three. That's off. And we've seen Coach Anderson here in the season opener give her freshman guard Aces Gartman pretty much the universal green light, Chris. She's just letting it fly.
That's true. Definitely the leading scorer.
Verser's shot rims out. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. It'll be Labette basketball.
And it's not even close. Gartman is 13. The next leading scorer.
Well, the rest of the team has 14.
Verser has 5. And, yeah, there's your two top scorers for Labette.
We see Lehman and Black Harmon return for the Ravens. Wonder if the starters' days are done, but we'll see. That shot way off by Verser, kept alive. Lehman keeps it for Coffeyville. Ava Baker with it, gets a big screen. Ava Baker lets it go. That one is just off. Melton on the glass. Bailey Melton going back up strong and draws the foul. It's been a nice debut for Bailey Melton, too. Great presence underneath, inside, strength, aggressiveness, physicality, and I've been impressed as well. Something you're always curious about with some of these forwards is how well, especially in Coach Turner's offense that plays so fast, how fast can you go up and down the court? And all of the forwards that have played tonight, but especially Bailey Melton, have done a great job getting back on defense, up on offense, back on defense. That's hard to do.
No doubt about it. And I think when she was going in for that shot, she was expecting to get some kind of contact in. When it didn't happen, it almost threw her off a little bit. 1 or 2 from the line there.
Now this is Correa Silva bringing it up. We go under 7 to go. Correa Silva blocked by Melton. And a very late foul call. Very late. Very late to the point of the Ravens were bringing the ball back the other way.
They had to look around to see who it was on. That's how late it was.
Incredible. So Correa Silva back at the line. First one is good. First one's no good, excuse me. Second free throw. That is good. 64-28, 6:50 to go in this one. Ray Richardson brings it up for Coffeyville. We'll see Ivy Fox move to the scorer's table. Lehman driving with her left. Hands off to Ava Baker. Baker looking for a screen from Black Harmon. Crossover. Baker still trying to get those first college points. Lets it go. That one just off the right rim. No good. But she'll fit right in Coffeyville. She's just letting it fly from out there.
Confidence reigns supreme, that's for sure.
You got to be an aggressive shooter if you're going to play in this offense.
Yeah.
The drive with the left hand, nice move, but could not finish inside, and the rebound collected by Janae Black Harmon.
I'm really surprised that didn't fall. That was a great move, a great shot.
Ray Richardson brings it up. Ava Baker, big screen again. Baker now driving with the right, trying to get it to Black Harmon. That pass just out of the reach with 6:05 to go. Natalia Jones, Ivy Fox back in for Melton and Ray Richardson. 6:05 left in this one. Ravens, for a while, we're on pace for about 40, and then for a while, we're on pace for about 85, and now it looks like we'll meet somewhere in the middle at about 75.
Just like the Diamond Rio song, meet in the middle, Shay.
Meet in the middle. Gotta love it. I'll tell you what, though. The way this team played defense here tonight, and there's still 6 minutes left, but the way this team's played defense and the way this team has shown what they can do on offense, Black Harmon, the steal, going up, missed it, got her own rebound, and it draws the foul. What this team's done on defense and what they've shown on offense, scoring 75 points a game will win you almost every game.
Oh, no doubt about it. The defense has been absolutely amazing. And the transition, the transition started off a little slow, but it's going to get better as the season goes along.
And I think that's a good goal for this team to have for the entirety of the season. Score 70, give up 60. I think that's kind of the numbers you're shooting for.
And with this team, it's definitely possible.
I'd say even likely.
Yeah.
First one is off for Black Harmon. You know, there's always going to be something to take away from a game like this to improve upon. And first game of the year, but you can tell this Raven team's going to be working on free throws in practice.
Sure.
But every team in America might be working on free throws in practice except for the first game of the year.
Unless your name is Shaq. I don't think he ever worked on free throws.
He's a lost cause at the free throw line. Up ahead to Black Harmon, finds Fox. Fox hands it off, back to Black Harmon, who lays it in. Beautiful ball movement by the Ravens, and what a perfect pass by Ivy Fox. Ivy Fox has done a little bit of everything tonight, Chris.
It's exactly what you want to see in the first game. So much of everything done right.
Correa Silva fakes the three, now tries to drive. Little scoop shot, left it short. Rebound Bailey Lehman. Lehman trying to push. Up ahead to Fox. Nice catch with the left hand, and Ivy Fox goes up and scores.
That was a great transition play right there.
And now I see why Tony Turner went with Ivy at the 5 here in his first starting lineup of the year, because if she's playing center, man, they are fast getting back the other way. Ivy Fox might be the quickest one down there. That one poked, stolen by Natalia Jones. Jones will go up and lay it in.
And that's her first 2 points of the game.
Gartman wanted a foul, didn't get it. 71-28, 4:25 to go in this one. Correa Silva going up with the left, and a foul is called before the shot. Shot will not count.
This time we're certain the shot will count.
That'll be a foul on Ava Baker. Media timeout, final one of game number 1. 4:21 to go, Ravens 71, Labette County 28. Safe to say Coffeyville getting payback for that loss last year. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Technical campuses, be a student athlete, join an honors program or an activity, have a voice with student government, and be involved with student life events. Our school believes in our red and white traditions, providing you with a quality education and preparing you for the next journey in life. Once you experience our campus, you know you've made the right choice. Let us help you make our story your story and become Raven proud.
If you could use a little help around the house, Windsor Place At-Home Care is the perfect solution for you. Their caregivers are prepared to help you with laundry, meals, housekeeping, shopping, and more. These helpful services are so reasonably priced, you can afford to pay for them yourself. In many cases, long-term care insurance or other sources provide assistance with the cost. Home is where the help is. Call Windsor Place At-Home Care, 800-982-1866.
4:21 to go in this one. Raven. Lehman, Ortiz, Ferguson, Baker, and Jones, the 5 out there for Coffeyville. And Chris, I'd say through one game, I know it's a 35-36 game season ideally, but through one game, safe to say this team defended their number.
Yeah, they're definitely looking like a top 20, maybe even a top 15, maybe top 10. Yeah, they're definitely.
Well, we got a lot of teams we got to scout before we start calling them top 10.
That's a good point.
I think they've earned that 18 next to their name.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Lehman deep 3, that's a little short. Out of bounds, it'll be Labette basketball. And Chris, I mean, I've said it 3-4 times throughout the game, but my big takeaway: Lehman, Ortiz, and Woods Blackout have been, below what we expect from them offensively this year, and this team's still on pace for almost 80 points tonight.
Right.
Incredible. The depth of this offense, incredible. That's like, to put a Coffeyville spin on it, that's like the guys last year putting up 85, 90 points in a game where Hayden Brittingham was in foul trouble and Landon Glasper only scored 10 points.
Right.
It's incredible.
It really is. It really is. I mean, Kylie Ortiz with 6, and these are definitely unofficial. But Lehman with 5. I mean, goodness gracious.
I like that. You say that they're unofficial, but you even put the slash for each half. That's impressive. That shot is off. Rebound collected by the Cardinals. 3:20 to go in this one. Ravens with a 43-point lead. That shot is up and off. Rebound Ava Baker. They're trying very, very hard to get Ava Baker her first college points. Kylie Ortiz hands off to Natalia Jones. Jones, nice move, goes up with the right, puts it in. That's a great move by Natalia Jones. And Natalia, Chris, ended up winning a state championship her freshman year of high school, played at Booker T. Washington High School, one of the best high schools for athletics in the entire state of Oklahoma, and definitely one of the best in Tulsa.
No doubt about it. And she's got 4 now.
That shot off by Gartman. 2.5 to go. Up ahead to Jones they go. Natalia having a great fourth quarter. Finds Ferguson. Missed it. Jones on the glass. Goes back up and one. Natalia Jones taking over in the fourth quarter.
Did I say 4? I meant 7 with the upcoming free throw.
Alexis Parker back in. Ava Baker, excuse me. I almost combined the names there, Chris. I almost said Ava Parker.
Ava Parker.
Alexis Parker in for Ava Baker.
There we go.
That's a new mistake. I don't think I've ever combined a name before. At least Barker is a name. It's not like I combined it with something that doesn't exist. Now it is 7 points for Natalia Jones. Ravens up to 76 with 2:25 left in this one. Jalea Smith hands it off to Correa Silva. May Black Harmon moves to the scorer's table along with Ray Richardson. Ferguson the rebound. Here come the Ravens. And what we're seeing now, Chris, late in this game is something that I think is not planned for the Ravens this year, but they're kind of working on it in case it's needed. Kylie Ortiz running the point guard. She says she's able to do it and she's willing to do it, but obviously I think as Parker, what a spin move, puts it up and in. But, you know, Kylie said she's willing and able to play point guard, but I think obviously if you ask Coach Turner, he'd rather Kylie stick to her shooting guard position.
Yeah, I think the three-point shooting it would be better suited, but hey, might as well do what you can do, right?
Correa Silva tries to switch to the left hand, left it short. Rebound taken by Bailey Lehman. Lehman moving fast, handoff Parker. Alexis Parker, a first game of college basketball she won't soon forget. Timeout. Our final one of the night here in game one, 82-28. Ravens all over the Labette County Cardinals with 1:29 to go. We're back in 60 seconds.
For a 24-pack of cans, and ask about their buy one get one offer on Mile High Beer. And Gillum's is stocked with all your summer favorites like the 17.5s Captain Morgan, Tito's, and Crown. Pick up Captain Morgan's Tropical Punch, just $6.25, a savings of $15.74. Watch for more upcoming tastings at Gillum's Liquor, 1713 West 8th Street in Coffeyville.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture.
County late in this one, season opener from Nellis Hall. That shot is good from Correa Silva. Chris, obviously there's going to be stuff to work on in practice over the course of the season and the non-conference schedule, but if you told Coach Turner he'd be up by 50 with 1 minute to go, I think he'd take it.
Yeah, I think he'd be happy with that.
Alexis Parker, what a day she's had. Tries to get it to Karis Washington. That's stolen by Lakey. Lakey blocked from behind by Washington.
Oh, what a block. What a transition block.
Extra pass, Washington trying to turn it into offense, and that's off. Parker got a hand on it, but it'll be out of bounds. And looks like they're going to keep it with the Ravens. 46.6 to go. Now, worth noting as we move closer and closer to the guys' games, we are making some changes to the media timeout format this year. We'll be taking timeouts at the 16, 12, 8, and 4 minute marks instead of 15, 10, 5 like we did last year. So a little bit of changes. And obviously, we'll learn as we go. Daya looking for one final three tonight. It's good. Olivia Daya. The Raven bench looking like a lot of other teams starting 5 tonight. Correa Silva fouled on the way up with 19 seconds to go. You got to think here, 2 free throws, and then the Ravens dribble it out.
Is Daya your player of the game? Perhaps.
I'll tell you what, Daya and Alexis Parker in quite the battle. This has been a very tough call. Very tough call. Because how do you deny a freshman that's put up double-digit points?
That's a very good point.
I don't know. But like you said, I mean, Daya has been sensational on both ends of the ball. Free throws, 1 of 2 for Correa Silva. Parker the rebound, gets it to Daya. And all the Ravens got to do now is cross half court. Karis Washington dribbles up the right side. Got to get it across half court. And there they did not. So good defense we saw good defense by Labette on the final possession of the first half. We see good defense by Labette on the final possession of the second half as well. So at least they've closed out the halves on good notes.
A little bit to work on the other parts of the clock, but yeah, I mean, there is definitely good stuff with Labette. They just came up against a very good CCC team.
No doubt about that. Correa Silva throws up one final shot. It's off, out of bounds with 0.5 on the clock, and now all the Ravens have to do is get the ball in. The Red Ravens, Tony Turner starts off his 5th season with a big-time W. Coffeyville takes it 83-31 over the Labette County Cardinals. Revenge for last season's non-conference defeat. The number 18 team in the nation is off to a 1-0 start. Let's step away for 3 minutes. The Red Raven postgame show coming up next. We'll break this one down. We'll also talk with Coach Turner and his thoughts on their season opening win. Final score 83-31, Ravens all over Labette. Red Raven postgame show starts in 3 minutes on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
At work in our neighborhood. Whether you bank at Community State Bank or not, they're working for you every day. Community State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm Mike Avey, and at Community State Bank, we believe in Coffeyville.
This is Meat Mountain, and up there on the summit awaits the all-new Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck's Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
Got a car? Maybe a motorcycle or even a boat? Do you rent or own your own home? If you have any of these, call NDB in Coffeyville and then relax. NDB can protect your assets and save you money. They represent numerous insurance companies so that they can help you find the right insurance at the right price for you. NDB at 812 West 11th in Coffeyville. Call Ben Vietz at 620-251-1970 and relax.
In a life-threatening emergency, physicians matter. That's why at Coffeyville Regional Medical Center, we staff our emergency room with emergency medicine physicians 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. ER physicians at CRMC have access to general surgeons, specialists, medical imaging, lab services, and the technology needed in an emergency, all right here. If you are faced with a life-threatening emergency, insist on the best and say, take me to CRMC.
It's truck season at Roman Chevrolet. All 2023 Chevy Silverados qualify for 0% interest. No payments for 90 days and $1,000 cash allowance for qualified buyers. We have a great selection of Silverados and 2024 models are showing up daily. Roman Chevrolet will donate $5 to the American Cancer Society for every social media post shared. The goal is to donate $170,000. Test drive a new 2023 Chevy Silverado Silverado and check out the huge selection of pre-owned vehicles at Roman Chevrolet, 2313 West Main, Independence, your Silverado city.
When you need to rely on a nursing facility for the care of a loved one, wouldn't it be comforting to know that the owner is providing the care? Owner Stephanie Bean with Medical Lodges is proud to supply that tender care in Coffeyville. Skilled nursing services, rehabilitation, adult daycare, and much more are all offered. Visit medicallodges.com or stop by 2921 West 1st in Coffeyville and learn more. Medical Lodges Coffeyville, where they serve and enhance the lives of others with caring hands.
Ravens get the win on opening night, 83-31. The Red Raven postgame show. I'm Shane Neal. Chris Freund alongside with me. We'll be joined by Coach Turner here in just a few minutes. We're also going to hear from Coach Herkiman as we get ready for the guys game. Our guys pregame tonight will be a little bit abbreviated due to the short time in between games, but we'll still have time to hear from Coach Herkiman, and we'll still have time to go over some keys to the game for this very young, inexperienced men's team that's getting ready to play their first game together in the regular season. But Chris, Ravens got out to a slow start, but boy did they finish hot.
Yeah, 0 for 9 from the field to start the game, and I think that really surprised us both, just because we weren't expecting a Tony Turner-led team to come out and to shoot like that. But man, after that point, they got hot, and that shows with three players in double figures, but a lot of balanced scoring, as you can tell from this whole sheet. And I don't really know who would be a player of the game, because there's so many players that you could nominate for player of the game. It's going to be a tough one.
You're not lying. You're not lying one bit. But we, something I think obviously the defense of the Ravens got better and better as the year went on last year. But I'll tell you what, Chris, I don't remember seeing the Lady Raven defense that good that early in the season last year. They came out tonight. The offense was good. It wasn't perfect. The defense was elite.
Yeah, the defense was absolutely incredible, the defense, and that showed not only with the turnovers, but with just the press up against the ball, the inability of Labette to be able to get a shot off without it being contested in some way. It was just absolutely great defense, and the turnovers. We don't know the number of turnovers for Labette, but it had to be in the double digits, just because there's so many great defensive plays made by the Lady Ravens here in this game.
No doubt about it. Chris, something as we get ready to speak with Coach Turner, something I always loved last year, going from the Lady Raven games to the men's games. You go from the Lady Raven games where 6'2", 6'3" is a big center,
right,
to 6'2", 6'3" is your starting point guard in the men's game.
Right, exactly.
We're out here seeing 6'9", 6'10", seeing 6'9" Boubacar Keita, 6'10", as well as 6'10", Isaac Jackson, 6'7", 6'8". You've got the 7'1" freshman Charles Caparasso. I mean, there are some long dudes out here right now.
Yeah, no doubt. We're going to have to, during the break here, adjust our line of sight from about right
You ain't
here
lying. I'm going
to
to have to sit up a little bit.
Somebody get me a high chair so I can see these guys. Goodness gracious.
No doubt about it. We're excited to see this team in action. But, like I said, our keys to the game, Chris, I think the Ravens did a great job of knocking off all of those. I think they did great on the glass. I think they dominated inside, like we saw. Great performances from Alexis Parker. Bailey Melton looked good in her time in the game. Jordan Snyder looked good in her time in the game. And we haven't even seen Jemiah Lyons yet, who averaged 16 and 12 a year ago.
That's an amazing stat, to be ready to come off the bench or be ready to start. Whatever her role is, it's going to be just an added bonus to this Lady Raven team.
You can't have too many good players
on
a team chasing a championship, and that's what this team is definitely doing. Kylie Ortiz, Bailey Lehman, good, but not at the level that we know they can get to. And that's exciting moving forward, because this Raven team, especially when conference season starts, they're going to have to go up against your Butlers, your Dodge Cities, your Bartons, a lot of really good basketball teams. And Chris, they were not at their best tonight. I'd say this was a B to B- Red Raven performance, and they won by 51 points.
Right, and the defense is what really propelled it up to that BC. I would go B or B+, but that's just me, just because I love to see that defense.
Well, Coach Turner is ready to speak with us, so let's step away for 60 seconds. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Turner, and we'll give our US 98 player of the game. It's the Red Raven postgame show on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Mobile deposit. I thought only those big out-of out-of-town banks had that fancy stuff. Are you sure you did it right?
Yes, Donna. I received an alert from Community State Bank telling me it was deposited.
Alert! What did you do now?
No, Donna. It was an alert I signed up for, letting me know when a deposit is made. I also signed up for a low balance alert on our account and when our home loan payment is posted.
Wow, that's some pretty fancy stuff from Community State Bank.
Yes, Donna, pretty fancy stuff, but I can still walk right through the door or I can call and talk to a real banker when I want to.
You're so smart for banking at Community State Bank, Ralph. I love you.
Make your life easier with mobile banking from Community State Bank. Member FDIC.
I love you too, Donna.
Going to a season opener. Can you hear? I don't think you ever go into a season opener expecting a perfect performance, but something I said on the broadcast, I think you'd take an offense that maybe needs some tweaking and a defense that played like they played tonight versus the other way around.
No question. I thought we did a good job guarding. We didn't have much of a scout on them, and we didn't know who was playing, who wasn't playing. I thought our girls did a good job of making those adjustments as the game went.
Coach, a player that really stood out to us, one of your true freshmen that you mentioned was going to be a big player for you, but Alexis Parker, what a start to her college career. I believe she finished with 12 points. And she just looked great. She didn't look like a freshman, Coach. She went out there and looked like she knew what she was doing.
Alexis is going to be a really good player for us, and she's still processing and learning the game and learning our system. But when she learns it, everything will just come natural for her, and she's going to be a force down there.
Coach, your starting five got off to a little bit of a slow start in that opening quarter, but we saw great contributions from some of your players that came off the bench. Jordan Snyder, I thought, looked pretty sharp. Liked what I saw from one of your transfer forwards, Bailey Melton, and, of course, the big scorer tonight, Olivia Daya. Fantastic game, but it has to make you excited, of course, on a night where your starters are not at the level that we know they're going to get to at some point this year. The depth of this team really showed its head tonight.
Well, Jay, we try to coach from 1 to 15, you know what I mean? All 15 of them we want to focus on, and, when some people are off, we need somebody else to step up, and I thought that second crew came out and did a really good job of stepping up, playing basketball, and just breaking the ice. And I figure once they break the ice, I thought things would start flowing in.
Coach, final thing I have for you. Appreciate you joining us here again. Your team had 9 different players with at least 5 points tonight. Great diversity of scoring, which I know is going to be a big part of this team this year, of course. You have, some star power. You have some good players that are recognized around the conference. But when you have 8, 9, 10 players that can make an impact on a night-to-night basis, makes it really hard for teams to slow your offense down.
Oh, yeah, and I was talking to a fan up there, and I'm like, and they wasn't even on, like they can be. And I know they have another gear, and it's okay. The first game's fine, but I know we have another gear, and we'll come in. The speech after the game, we'll stay humble, take one game at a time. We'll come in tomorrow, work on some of the things we wasn't so great, and we'll try to build on the things that were great. And so that's going to be the focus tomorrow.
Lady Ravens off to a 1-0 start. Coach Tony Turner, good enough to join us. Coach, always appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Right. Chris, what do you think for our player of the game? Who we giving it to? I'll let you decide since it's your first one.
Oh, good grief. Are you really?
You can't go wrong.
See, there's 3 players that really deserve player of the game. Of course, we start with Daya, who led all scoring with 17 points. Ivy Fox had 12, and so did Alexis Parker. Really, as far as the true all-around game, I almost have to give it to Parker.
There you go. Alexis Parker, our US 98 player of the game in the Ravens season opening win. We're going to step away for 2 minutes. When we come back, we're shifting over to the guys. We'll be joined by Coach Jay Herkelman as we get ready for tip-off between the guys and Fort Scott. Don't go anywhere. It's US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Jay Herkelman joins us in 2 minutes.